Hello, my dear students. In today's session, we will see module 2. We have seen some of the basic primitives, you call it tokens, and printf statement, scanf statement, way of giving input to the machine, way of getting output from the machine by using printf and scanf we have seen. We have seen certain variables, how to declare variables, different types of variables we have here, integer, float, etc. and all, long integer, then double, character, etc. we have seen in the previous video. So in module 2, in the beginning, you will be seeing operators. Later we will be seeing some conditional operators later, if else, something like that actually. Then we will be seeing some programs by using the syntax, whatever that we know. In today's session, we will see operators. Operators are the thing which operates between certain data. In your earlier days of your mathematics, you have seen operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. and all you have seen. They are the operators. It operates between two data. Between two numbers, you will be operating it. So, you will be doing addition between A and B. You will be doing addition between 10 and 15. Like this, you will be doing operation between two data. Then, what sort of operation you will be carrying out represented by some symbols here. These symbols are used in C program just to facilitate your program. So, these operators, there are 9 different types of operators you will see in the C program. In the textbook, there is 10th type is also there, that is called size of. But size of is not really to be considered as an operator actually. It is a function through which you will be getting the size of the variable type, identifier. We will see that also, but I do not call size of is an operator. So, that is why I am not listed out there, but in the textbook it is considered as an operator, but strictly speaking it is not an operator. Alright. We will see one by one. We have arithmetic operators, then we have a relational operators, we have equality operators, logical operators, unary operators, conditional operators, bitwise operators, assignment operators and comma operators. So, these are the operators we have in C program, and for your sake I have written the symbols which are used to do representation. For example, in case of arithmetic operators, there are 5 sort of operations you will be doing it out, called as plus, minus. They are all very easy to understand. Addition, subtraction, multiplication is represented by star and division is represented by this symbol, slash symbol. Do not get confused with this slash. This slash is used for special character we have seen in the previous class. Now we have to use this slash, this side slash, right? This side slash. And also I am using one more called as a mod operator. This is a percentage symbol is used for mod operators. Alright, mod operator, I will tell you what it is. So, this arithmetic operators usual, like I will be declaring some integers, integer A is equal to 10, B is equal to 15. Then I can do this addition operation on this C is equal to A plus B, where I have declared C as an integer. C is an integer, adds up between A and B, and the resultant is stored in this. So, therefore, in this line of code, you will be adding up between A and B. So, that is why it is an arithmetic operator. Similarly, you will be doing subtraction. Similarly, you will be doing this multiplication and you will be doing this division. You can do this division, addition, subtraction for integer, float, long, double, whichever you have declared it. Accordingly, the result will be stored. So, these are very popular, familiar kind of operations you will be carrying out in most of the scientific applications. Whereas, this mod is an operator, it will give you after doing the division, it gives you the remainder. How much remainder is left out? Say for example, I have here A is equal to 15 and B is equal to 4. When I do the mod of A and B, I am using something like this. C is equal to A mod B. What will happen? 15, how many times this gets divided? Is it dividing fully? Is that 15 is fully divisible by 4? No. You know that? It is not fully divisible. 3 times it is getting divided. I am not interested how many times it gets divided. What is the remainder? When you do the division, what is the remainder you get? Remainder you get while doing this 15 division of this 4, you get 3. So therefore, 3 is stored here. C becomes 3. C becomes 3. Say for example, if I have B mod A, I am doing it in this way. B mod A. B mod A means 4 divided by 15. How many times this can be divided? And what is the remainder you get? It gets divided by 0 times and the remainder is 15. So therefore, you get 15 over here. 15, 4 mod of this, you get remainder as 15 like this. So what is the remainder you get after doing it, after doing the division? If the numerator in a mod operation is completely divisible by denominator, then the remainder becomes 0. Say for example, A is equal to 15 and B is equal to 5, C is equal to A mod B. In this case, 15 is completely divisible by 5, so therefore C becomes 0. What is the remainder? So that remainder is stored in the wherever you would like to store it. In this example, it is C. So therefore, C holds the value of 0 in this example. So therefore, mod is trying to store the remainder. So this we have seen. Relational operator is used to find out the relation which is there between this number and this number, this data and this data. Is this is bigger, is this is smaller, or is it they are equal, is this is less than or equals, or is it greater than or equals? So I am trying to find out these kind of things by using this relational operator. And I am doing based on that. Some decision based on the relational operation, you will be carrying it out. This is generally associated with if statement. Anyway, I have not explained if yet to you. However, you can understand that the relational operator is used to find out the relation between two data. Say for example, I have here, let's write one small program. I am declaring 3 variables called as A, B, C. I will be reading these values through the keyboard. So scanf, %D, 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 close the bracket. I am storing these things at these 3 locations. So user presses 23, 35, 99. So they are stored here. A holds that whatever you have typed, after that it is stored here. Whatever you have typed after that, it is stored to this. So therefore, A, B, C will be stored as per you have given through the keyboard based on the inputs given by the user. It reads 3 values. It is as good as reading 3 values. All right. Now, if A is greater than B, yet I have not explained this if will be used later, explain to you later, but if you can understand what is this if A is greater than B, I will be doing some sort of printing. I am printing A is doddadu. If A is bigger than B, I am printing A is doddadu. Else, you can understand, I am just closing the program. Anyway, intention is only for you, only to explain all of you how to use this operator. Really, this is not giving any meaning. This program doesn't give you any meaning, but I have completed the program. You type A, B, C values. If A is greater than B, I print A is doddadu. Athava else printf B is doddadu. So I will print B as doddadu. So this is how you can just use this. Operators like less than, greater than, less than or equals. You can also have less than or equals and greater than or equals. So ensure that actually equal is there after this great, not prior to that. You don't write like this actually. Don't write like this. This will become arrow mark. So don't use this. So you will be using like this, equals after greater than or symbol, less than symbol like this. If A is greater than or equals to B, or C is greater than or equals to this, less than, you can use whatever, less than, equal like this actually, right. So you can do anything, any sort of operators, less than, greater than, less than or equals, greater than or equals. So we have seen relational operator. Also, we are using, there is one more kind of operator called as equality. It is tested for equality. See, you can understand, this kind of things are very much useful. You go to ATM machine, you put your card and give the OTP, you give the password, 4-digit number. If the number you have stored earlier equals to the number you have given now, if these two matches, then the money should come. Otherwise, no, password doesn't match. So even in your login password kind of thing actually, you would have set your password to something. Now you are typing the password when you are logging in. If these two are matching, then I say you can go ahead. Otherwise, password doesn't match. How these kind of programs are written inside the software? Inside the software, they use these kind of equality operators. If the password you have typed, stored earlier, and password now you are giving, if these two are equal, then I am going ahead. If they are not equal, I am not saying actually how much difference, etc. and all. I am simply saying that they are not equal. They are not equal. So therefore, these equality operators are also useful and mostly used this. This is used along with the two equals symbol. Two equal symbols are used. All right. How to do this? As usual in the same program, I am now declaring three variables A, B, C. Reading these three values, I will be reading this A, B, C, three numbers I will be reading it. If A equals B, observe this carefully, I am writing two equals. If A is equals to B, you can ask me, sir, why 2 equals? Why 2 equals? Because you have here assignment. In this assignment, I have a equals. And you can make out from this actually. A is equal to B plus C. Here I am doing assignment. So B and C are added and it is stored A. So this is, the result of this is stored in A. So the equals is used for some other purpose. So that is why double equal are used for conditional checking. For conditional checking, I am using if A is equal to B, now I am printing something. If A equals to B, printing ಎರಡು ಒಂದೇನೆ. ಅಂದರೆ A and B are equal ಅಂತ. Else printf ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ. It means A and B are not equal. So therefore equality is being used like this. And as you see programs with higher levels, you will be using these all these things in a routine ways. Equality is being checked and not equals is also being checked. If they are not equal, I am doing certain things. See, for example, if the password you have stored and password you have typed, they are equal, you will be going ahead. If they are not equal, I have to shoot a message to the email or to the WhatsApp or in the regular SMS saying that you have made some attempts, it was not proper. Some message. Some intruders have tried this, let us say. They have stolen your ATM card and they have tried. The password you have set and the password now that fellow has given, it is not matching. If it is matching, they can draw the money. If they are not matching, one message is coming to you to say that somebody has tried. It may be you or somebody else has tried, it is not matching. So therefore, if they are not equal, some response should happen. So therefore, it is something like this. Here also you can just do, type the three values. If A is not equals to B, you can say like this actually. Not equals. Not is written with exclamatory followed by an equal symbol. So these two are going together. To check equality, I am using two equals. To check not equality, if they are not equal, then I am using exclamatory followed by equals. You should understand that this is a single symbol which is not equals. You should not call it as exclamatory equals. No, it's a single symbol to call it a not equal. So that's how we should use this. All right? Okay. So we have seen these equality operators. We have equal and not equal. We also have some operators. You will be doing this on AND conditions. They are called as a logical operators. You can see, we have seen this. Now I am seeing this logical operators. Logical operators we have here AND, OR, NOT. These are the three different types of logical operators you will be using this. Say for example, if you are putting a condition that you are in third semester, not having more than 4 bags and you have paid the fees. I am putting two conditions now to make certain decision. I am checking now like something like this. This operation should become true and this operation also should become true. Then I am now doing it. Take this case, okay, with the same conditions. I am now reading three values A, B, C. Now I will use this A, B, C. If A is greater than B and this is AND operator. For AND operation, we are doing double AND symbol. Please understand this AND symbol. And B is greater than C, Please observe this carefully. Now I am putting two conditions. To make this, we will do some printing later. If A is greater than B and B is greater than C, it means ellariginta ene doddadu. A is bigger than BC also, because A is bigger than B and B is greater than C. Now I am printing something like this. Printf ellariginta A doddadu. It means I have checked the condition for this and also this. So let A is equal to 36, B is equal to 25 and C is equal to 19. Is that A greater than B? Yes, A is greater than B. True. Is that B is greater than C? Yes, that is also true. Obviously, A is bigger than these two, bigger than those two. So therefore, ellariginta A doddadu. Now, if for example, C is equal to 93, A is greater than B? Yes, A is greater than B. B is greater than C? No. This has become false. But only this much has become true. But this has become false. But entire bracket, this becomes true only when this and this both are true. You can put one more condition also. A greater than B and B greater than C, C not equals to 10, anything. You can put any number of ands. It is not only one and. You can have any kind of operations being carried out on this. So therefore, in this case, when A is equal to 36, B is equal to 25 and C is equal to 93, it doesn't really print this. Now I am printing something, sorry, A doddadalla. I may be having some other kind of decision, you can make out usage of this. Don't worry about what is the intention of this program. Don't worry about the intention of the program. You worry only about how to use these operators. This operator like A greater than B like this. Similarly, you can use this OR operator. OR operator is used in a very similar way. I am trying to type this. A means age. A means age. Age of a person. Age of a person, if somebody has typed A is greater than 200 or A is less than 0, it means in any of these conditions he is not living. Anybody age is not negative number or it cannot be 200. It should be well within this, right? Say for example, A is equal to 46. Somebody's age like 46. A is equal to age. A is greater than 200, then false. Then A is less than 0, that is also false. So then you can say that actually he is now living. For NOR conditions, you can just put this as is now living. Any person who is more than 200 age and less than 0 age, I mean negative age, so he is not living. So he is a non-living person. Something like that you can just use. So you can use these OR operators just to represent like this. Very similar to this or that. See, sometimes you would have seen in the bank this thing actually, to give, you can have two inputs that can be considered as a valid input, right? Either you can give driving license or you can give your Aadhaar card. Both are valid. If you are given valid driving license or you are given the valid voter ID, Aadhaar card or valid voter ID, you can do the voting. Now you can consider all these three. Anyone is acceptable. This or this or this or all three. When you say OR operator, this or this or this. When you consider AND operator, say for example, to get your passport, you need to give your driving license, you need to have your Aadhaar card, you need to have your voter ID, you need to have your PAN card, and this and this and this and this. All must be there. If any one is 0, I mean it is not true, you have not provided your Aadhaar card, passport is not given. To do the voting, when you go to voting, next month you are going for voting. When you go for voting, they will say you bring either driving license or Aadhaar card or voter ID. If you bring all the three, it is okay. Even if you bring one of them, it is okay. So that is how the OR operators are used. All right. So AND, OR, and NOT operators are also used like that. Okay. So AND, OR, and NOT operators are used as a logical operators. All right. Next, you have your unary operators. This is very interesting operator. You will be using it in C program. Very interesting unary operators. In the beginning of the session, I told you operators are operated between two operators, between two operands, between two data. One operator is operating between two operands, between two data. Whereas this unary operator is operated on single data. That is why it is called a unary operator. It is on a single data. It is not on two data or three data or whatever it is. It is on a single data. There are three kinds of unary operators you will be using it. One is called as a making a negation of this. Say for example, I have here integer a is equal to 10, b is equal to 15, c is equal to 16. I can make b is equal to minus of a. It means minus 10. Earlier b is now holding 15. That will go now. Is now assigned with a negative of a. Negative a is 10. Negative of a is minus 10. So from now onwards, you can see here, I will use one printf statement here. Printf percentage d, a comma b comma c. When you print like this, 10, 15, 16 will be printed. 10, 15, 16 will be printed. Now, I will be doing it like this. So, b is equal to minus of a. What is there in a? 10. Minus of that. When you do this, after this statement, I will be doing is printf percentage d, a comma b comma c. So what will be printed now? When you print this, so first a is 10 only. What is there in b? Now it is not 15, it is minus 10. So therefore 10, minus 10 and 16 will be printed, because a negative of a is assigned to b. here in this line. So like this it goes on. So this is how the unary operators are. See, unary operator, this symbol is operated with a bracket on a negative on a data, something like this. Similarly, there are other interesting thing that you will be doing this. You can see B is equal to B plus plus. I am doing this plus plus operator. Plus plus operator. See, I will tell you, C plus plus is the interesting programming language which is evolved based on C picked up from this only. Interestingly, C plus plus. C, and it is now incrementation. So when you do the plus plus, it is incremented by 1. Automatically it is incremented by 1. Roll numbers. So first fellow will have roll number 1. For next fellow it is roll number plus plus. Next roll number plus plus. Roll number plus plus. For everybody, whoever comes next, so their roll number will be plus plus 1 from compared to the previous one. So this is how it should consider. So plus plus is done like this. So B is equal to B plus plus, and similarly minus minus is being used. Plus plus operators can be used post assignment and pre assignment. We will see them in detail now. Minus minus and plus plus are used on a single operator, but there is a difference. If you use this plus plus operator prior to the assignment and after to the assignment, there is a difference. Okay, we will see these things in detail. Int A is equal to 10. Take this case. When simply you do A plus plus, simply you do A plus plus, this is also valid. Now A is incremented by 1. So A becomes 11. At this stage, A is equals to 11. Now I have used double slash here. This double slash is not division symbol you have to consider. This is used as a comment. When you are typing, when you use double slash, that is considered as a comment. So therefore you can make out this A is equal to 11. I mean you have to keep it up, right? B is equal to A plus plus. Like this it is done. Again, after A plus plus, now I am using this line. B is equal to A plus plus. What will happen here? Now, first of all, this is assigned. A is assigned to B first. So therefore, now I will write the comment. B is equals to A is assigned first. So therefore, this becomes 11. Then A is incremented. So therefore, A becomes 12. A becomes 12 like this. Rather, I will be doing another line of code plus plus A. Now please understand, at this point of time, A is equal to 12. A is equal to 12. Here there is a difference. If you write this plus plus after, if you write this plus plus prior, there is a difference. Difference is only for the assignment. I am using this assignment operator. Now you can make out this assignment operator when I am setting this. Now here it says first you do the incrementation. First you do the incrementation of A. Now let us see what is there here. A, what is the value of A? A is 12. So therefore first it is incremented. So therefore A becomes 13. Then B is also becomes 13. Right? Now I will be writing it something like this. B is equal to A minus minus. We will see this. In this case, first A is assigned to B. What is the value of A? A is 13. So, therefore, in this case, B is equal to 13. Then A value is decremented by 1. So, therefore, A becomes 12. A becomes 12. We will see the other one. Now, B is equal to minus A. Here it says, first I have to do the decrementation of A. Decrementation, what is A value? A value is 12. So, therefore, first it is decremented. That becomes, A becomes 11. Then that is assigned to B. So, therefore, B is equal to 11. This is how you have to understand. When you write a program like this, actually, you can ask me, sir, whether the program works or not. Program really works, but you have not done any input, you have not done any output, it works and it comes out. You have not done any printf statement, scanf statement here. So, therefore, program will work. Include, main is there, open bracket, close bracket, integer A, only one error is there is actually, I have to declare this B also. B is not declared. So, integer A equals to 10 and I am declaring B also as an integer, alright. B value, B like this, int A equals to 10, comma B. If I do A plus plus, A becomes 11. It is not assigning this to anything. I have explained this operator also. Assignment is this equals. Here, no assignment. It is simply incremented. In fact, in many cases, you will be seeing this. You are not assigning this to anything. You will be simply incrementing. Right? There is one counter. There is one counter. How many people have come into this gate? One fellow goes, increment the counter. Another fellow goes, increment the counter. Another fellow goes, increment the counter. Finally, at the end of the session, you look at the counter will tell you how many people have gone into the hall, like this. So, this is A++, simply doing the incrementation. You would have seen this in some VIP, functions, there will be a board which will be written, everyone will be passing through that. Each time when a person passes through that, it is incremented by 1. So, therefore, they use I++ or A++ or whatever it is, like this. So, A++. So, I have explained other possibilities also. The difference is, if you write this plus plus after the operand, then assignment will happen. You can ask me here, there is no assignment, so therefore, nothing to worry. When you do the assignment only, equals symbol, then you have to be very, very careful. In this case, if I write B is equal to A++, A is assigned to B, then A is incremented. You can see from this, what is the value of A at this point? A is equal to 11. So, 11 is assigned here and A is incremented to 12. In this case, go to the next line. In the next line, I have done one more line called B is equal to plus plus A. Plus plus A, first it is incremented. What is incremented? A. What is the value of A? A is 12. So, therefore, A becomes 13. So, that value is assigned to this. So, therefore, first increment, then assignment. Here, assignment, then increment. Similarly, here, B is equal to A minus minus. In this case, first it is assignment. So, it is assigned. What is the value of A? A is 13. So, therefore, 13 is assigned to B. Then A is decremented as per this operators, right? Unary operators. So, it is minus minus. So, therefore, A becomes 12. Now, in the next line, I am doing B is equal to minus minus A. So, first is decrementation of A. Decrementation of A. A is there with 12. So, therefore, A becomes 11. And 1 it is decremented by 1. So A becomes 11. So that is assigned to B. So therefore B becomes 11. If you use printf statement in between, you will be seeing them very clearly. So therefore this is a unary operator, we will be using it to the fullest extent. You have your conditional operators. Conditional operators are also being used in some exception cases. See, now in your routine programming, you will be using this arithmetic, relational, equality, logical, unary. But from this point onwards, of course, the assignment I have already explained to you. This point onwards, the conditional, bitwise and camera operators, they are used only on some exception cases. Only on some exception cases, these conditional statements are used, right? How does these conditional operators are used? See here, I am putting a condition to make some execution. If this is true, then this is executed. If this is false, other thing will be executed, right? If A is greater than B, I am putting a condition. If A is greater than B, I will be doing this statement. Or I am writing one more statement. So if A is greater than B, if it is true, then I will be executing this. If it is false, I am executing this. If A is greater than B, then let A is equal to 10, B is equal to 5. A is greater than B, yes. In that case, this is executed. Alright? If A is 10 and B is equal to 20, I am asking for A greater than B. A greater than B? No, it is false. This is executed. So I am using a conditional operator to execute either this or this based on this condition. A based on this condition, either this will be executed or one of this will be executed. If it is true, this is executed. If this is false, this is executed. This is how you have to see the conditional operator. Similarly, you have your bitwise operators. Bitwise operators, see here I have used this and or not. Here also it looking very, very similar. But only difference is there is a bitwise operator. Operators will be using this at the logic level, logic design level, at the bitwise level. How to understand this? See, for example, if the data is there in a binary fashion, say for example, I have here A is equal to 1010 and B is equal to 1011, something like this. I can do the AND operation between these two. What is that AND operation? I know that actually AND means both, if both are true. Here both are not true, so therefore this becomes 0. Here 1 and 1, both are true, so therefore then this becomes 1. Here both are 0, 0, so therefore it is 0. Both are 1, so 1, like this. So between A and B, I am using this AND operator. OR operator also something like this actually. OR operator, this or this, so therefore 1. This or this 1. This or this 0. This or this 1. So therefore 1, 0, 1, 1 is the AND operator. Similarly, XOR operator, exclusive OR. So both should be 0 or both should be 1. It is not considered, right? Something like this. So 0 and 1, 1, 1 and 1, 0, 0 is 0, 0, 1, like this. This is XOR operation. And of course, you have here shift operations also, either to the left shift or to the right shift. So you can also use this, but you will be not using in your syllabus. What the program that you have, you will never, only computer science students, when they do higher level programming, they use this. So otherwise, bitwise operators are not exclusively used by the students which are with the programs that you have in the second semester at all. Don't worry. Anyway, you need to know AND operator, OR operator, XOR operator, shift operator, like this actually. Now, question is actually how to use them. See here, for this I am using this AND symbol, I told you. For this I am using this OR symbol. For this I am using this NOT symbol. Whereas here AND operation, if I am writing this a single AND instead of double AND, it is considered as a bitwise operator. Similarly, this. Okay, and of course you have your XOR operation. Then you have your XOR operation. It is done with a single cap. Then you have your left shift and the right shift. So these are the 5 symbols. You'll be using this for a bitwise operator. Assignment operator, I have already told you, assigning this to this. So A is equal to B plus C. So therefore, assigning the value to A. So which is already known to you. The comma operator is also used to execute an exception, very rare cases, you will be using something like this actually. The comma operator is used, say for example, I have here A, this, have here statement, comma, another statement. You will be using this something like this. I have here some execution and here also some sort of execution. What will happen here? I will be executing this statement, but I am not assigning this to A. And if there are any dependency of the statement 2 with the statement 1, this is statement 2, this is statement 1, this is executed and that is assigned to A. Why it is called comma operator? Comma operator is used in a simple way. First this is executed. What is that? Take this is A plus plus. Here I have written B is equal to C plus A. Now I have done a comma operator. Let D is equal to A plus plus, B is equal to C plus A. What is the final thing this is executed? The final is this only. Statement 2 is executed and it is assigned. First, this is executed. But the result is not stored anywhere. So A plus plus, say let A is equal to 10, C is equal to 12. A plus plus will happen. So A becomes 11. Next, B is equal to C plus A. C is 12, A is 11. So therefore, 12 plus 11, so therefore D becomes 13. Out of these two, this is assigned to D. This is assigned to D. But this is executed simple. Simply it is executed. Alright. Say for example, I have something like this actually. D is equal to A plus plus, comma, B plus C plus 3. B is equal to C plus 3. This is executed. A is incremented from 10 to 11. So A becomes 11. Next, B is equal to C plus 3. C is 12. So 12 plus 3, 15. So therefore, B is assigned, this computation is assigned to D. This computation is assigned to D. So even you can write without this also. C plus 3. C plus 3 is assigned. So C plus 3, 12 plus 3, 15, D becomes 15. There is no relevance. This is executed, but this is executed and assigned. Why it is going together? Sometimes, in the previous example I told you, C plus A. There is a dependency of this statement from the previous statement. If they are going together, then I can use this comma operator. But it is rarely used. Right? You have your comma operator also, I have explained. Don't get confused. In comma operator, you have two statements. This is executed first. This is executed. The result of this is stored into the assignment. That's it. Then I have to explain about this comma operator, bitwise operator, etc. In the textbook, it is called as a size of operator. Size of operator is only to indicate what is the size of the memory this will be taking it. If I am calling size of integer, it is taking 2 bytes. Size of character, it is 1 byte. Size of float, it is 4 bytes. Size of long int, then it is taking 4 bytes. It is a double, then it is 8 bytes. Something like this actually, how many bytes this particular identifier is now taking, so that gives you the number. Right now it is not useful. When we go with the assignment, when you go with the data structure classes, you will be using the size of operator just to tell you how many bytes it is now being taking, right. So, in a dynamic situation you will be using this, but in the beginning of the classes you may not worry about the size of operator. You can understand these are the most popular operators like arithmetic, relational, equality, logical, unary. Of course, conditional, bitwise, comma operators are rarely used. Of course, assignment operators are also used so regularly. We will see these kind of operators with some examples being done in the next video. Thank you.